Assalamu alaikum and hi everyone. In this video we will also show you the wearing of personal protective equipment, PPE, for wiring work. Here are the preparation of wiring work. The tools are used during work is PVC cutter, long nose plier, flower eye screwdriver, screwdriver slotted, test pen, plier, screwdriver Phillips, screwdriver, cutter, wire stripper, measurement tape, altimeter. To carry out this wiring practical, we first need a PVC conduit. Then we need 3 wires. The green wire is the earth wire. The black wire is the neutral wire. And the yellow wire is the live wire. Next, a one-way switch. Then elbow conduit or angle box. 3-way junction box, switch base or nut box. And lastly, lamp holder. First task, we will measure the PVC conduit and mark for cutting. First of all, we will make a size of 15 cm. The second is 40 cm in size. Third for a height of 20 cm. The fourth measures 60 cm. The fifth size of the switch box is 20 cm. The last one measures the switch to the lamp base 20 cm. Our second task will start PVC conduit cutting. Start by placing the pipe inside the cutting jaw, making sure that the blade lines up with the mark. Apply pressure to the handle and gently rotate the cutter around the pipe. Keep the cut straight, keep rotating until you cut the pipe. And cut all the pipes to the end. After cutting all the pipes, you attach these pipes to the junction box. The third task is the process of inserting the cable into the PVC pipe that has been installed. The tools used in this process are 2 types, long nose plier and wire stripper. This process we will insert the live connection wire, starting from the beginning of the circuit and ending at the lamp. The wires will go through one by one the points we have seen on the wiring diagram. Make sure when inserting the wire no restrictions occur. The first step, insert the live wire through the beginning of the circuit by going through the second junction box and ending at the switch box. The wire on the switch box let more between 5 to 10 centimeters. While cutting the wire, we should not cut the wire at a short rate, let more between 5 to 10 centimeters. The second step inserts the wire through the switch box by going through the second junction box and ending at the first light box. The wires on the light box also leave more between 5 to 10 centimeters. The last step, insert the wire through the first light box by going through the second junction box and ending at the second light box. Similarly, leave the wire between 5 to 10 centimeters. Process at this time we will insert the neutral connection wire. The neutral wire is only black and there is no other color. If it is found that there is another color other than black, it means that there is an error during the wiring process. The first step, insert the neutral wire through the beginning of the circuit and end at the second light box. For neutral connection, the wire does not need to be connected to the switch box. Just like the live wire process, leave the wire more between 5 to 10 centimeters. The second step inserts the wire through the second light box by going through the second junction box and ending at the first light box. Similarly, leave the wire between 5 to 10 centimeters. Process this time we will insert the earth connection wire. The earth wire is only green and no other color. The earth wire connection process is the easiest because the process performed is the same as the neutral wire connection process. The first step, insert the earth wire through the beginning of the circuit and end at the second light box. Leave the wire more between 5 to 10 centimeters. The second step inserts the wire through the second light box by going through the second junction box and ending at the first light box. Similarly, leave the wire between 5 to 10 centimeters. The fourth task is the process of cutting the insulation on the wire. Using a stripper cutter, place the wire on the cutter clip, applying moderate pressure. Do not use strong pressure as it will break the wire. After moderate pressure, pull with your thumb. The couprum will be visible after the insulation is removed. Cut all wire insulation at each termination. The fifth task is the process of assembling the switch components. The use of the switch is to control the current in and out of the lamp. So when we turn on the light switch, the current will allow electricity supply through the switch. The equipment used for this process is a test pen and a screwdriver. To start the installation, we see behind the switch there are two socket holes which are the inlet hole from the supply and the outlet hole to the lamp. This process will use two life wires. For the installation of the inlet from the supply, we use a wire cut short of its insulation and a wire cut long of its insulation will be installed on the outlet to the lamp. Next, we will insert the two wires into the socket. Started by inserting the wire from the supply first and fastened using a screwdriver. Pull a bit of wire to make sure the screws are fastened completely tight. After that, by doing the same process, insert the wire to the lamp and fasten it using a screwdriver. Do the same process to make sure the screw is fastened completely. Lastly, place the switch base on the switch box and screw until tight. The sixth task is the process of installing the lamp base. Now we will install the base on the light box. If we look at the back of the lamp base, there is a socket to insert the wire. To install the wire on the socket, we need to open the base first by turning the base screw and remove. Then push down to remove the lamp base. Next, remove the screw on the socket hole. If you look at the socket, there are two terminals, life and neutral. But if you look at the wires, there are three wires, two life wires and one neutral wire. The neutral wire comes from the supply while one of the life wires comes from the switch and the other to the next lamp. So we connect the two life wires because the connection is a series circuit. Tighten the couprum by using a plier. Next, insert the wire into one of the sockets and tighten the screws of the socket. Pull a bit of wire to make sure the screws are fastened completely tight. Then do the same on the neutral wire. After both wires are ready to be installed on the socket, reinstall the lamp base and re-screw the base. Next, for the use of earth wire, the lamp used does not require earth wire, so use any screws and place it on the lamp box. Then tie the earth wire to the screw. Lastly, place the lamp base on the lamp box and screw until tight. The last task is the testing process on the circuit. This process is to test a circuit so that it is safe to use. For this time process, the equipment needed is a multimeter which we put on the ohm range. The higher the ohm value, the better the circuit. Now the usage of ohm used is 20 mega ohm. Using the inspection and testing form, there are three criteria that need to be implemented. For the first criterion is the polarity test, part L supply to switch terminal, S. We use a red probe that is tied with a life wire, while the black probe is placed on the one-way switch terminal. Make sure the reading on the multimeter is 0 ohm and cannot be an infinity reading. If the reading is in the 0 ohm value condition, it means the connection and the wire are in good and safe condition. So on the test form, note the reading section is 0 ohm. Next, the switch terminal to L, lamp holder. The red probe is placed on the one-way switch terminal, while the black probe is placed on the life wire in the lamp base socket. Similarly, make sure the reading on the multimeter is 0 ohm. The reading section test form record is also 0 ohm. For the second criterion of insulation resistance test, section L to N, life to neutral, we will use two probes, red and black. Red probe for life wire and black probe for neutral wire. If you look at the multimeter, it is found that the reading shown is infinity, which means that between these two wires is in good condition because no short circuit occurs. If there is a short circuit occurring between two wires, the reading will be 0 ohm. So on the test form, note the reading section is infinity. Next, the L to E, life to earth, section. Similarly, we will use two probes, namely red and black. Red probe for life wire and black probe for earth wire. Make sure the reading also shows infinity. The entry on the reading section test form is also infinity. Next, the N to E, neutral to earth, section. Red probe for neutral wire and black probe for earth wire. Make sure the reading also shows infinity. The entry on the reading section test form is also infinity. Next, the NL to E, neutral life to earth, section. For life and neutral wires need to be connected first and place the red probe on the neutral life wire and the black probe for the earth wire. Make sure the reading also shows infinity. If the neutral circuit of life and earth are connected, a short circuit will occur. The entry on the reading section test form is also infinity. For the third criterion of continuity of the protection conductor, E, part E supply to E terminals in lamp holder. Similarly, we will use two probes, namely red and black. The earth wire will be fastened to the black probe and the red probe will be placed on the screws fastened to the earth wire in the light box. If looking at the multimeter, it is found that the reading shown is 0.33 ohm, which means the connection on the earth wire is in good condition. So on the test form, note the reading section is also 0.33 ohm. This is the result of the project that has been completed. Hope you all understand the steps that have been shown. Thanks for watching.